Good morning and welcome to the Sunday celebrations here for the Centers of Spiritual Living Denver. We are a loving and prospering community here in the heart of Capitol Hill and online. 2021 has continued to be an interesting year, to say the least. We know that with everything going on, life can feel overwhelming. Here at CSL Denver, we want you to know that we are here for you. Please know that our practitioners are available for prayer work with you. Our names and phone numbers are on the website at www.csldenver.org. Or if you have a prayer request, please email it to info@csldenver.org. Reverend Elzia, along with all of our guest speakers, all of our practitioners, our music and service coordinators want you to know how truly grateful we are for your online support. Thank you for watching our Sunday services, attending our online workshops and events, and providing financial support so that we can keep our virtual doors open. We love you all and know we'll be seeing you in person in the right and perfect time. And now, we'll continue to meet online until further notice. If you're interested in upcoming events and information, we send out weekly newsletters. Please go to www.csldenver.org and sign up for our newsletters. We only send out one per week. Or send an email to info@csldenver.org and request to be put on our mailing list. This week we are having our usual Zoom fellowship right after service. If you haven't already received an email this morning, please send an email to info@csldenver.org to request a Zoom invitation. Please join us. We would love to say hi and catch up with you. That's it for the announcements this Sunday. Again, thank you for tuning in, and now back to our service.
Good morning and welcome to CSL Denver. Today we have a special service. It is a winter solstice service that we are sure to warm your heart and open up a space for the divine to come in. We want to welcome you here. We hope you enjoy this meditative service, and we look forward to seeing you after service in our Zoom room to discuss all of the new openings and awarenesses that are a result of this service. And so now let us begin with an invocation by our practitioner, Bill.
Yes, good morning. I'm Bill Carlton, a practitioner at CSL Denver Church. I invite you to close your eyes. Just be at one with this presence. Take a deep breath and release all the negative emotions. Just let them go. We feel that oneness of God surrounding all of us involved in this service and those who are watching. The introspection, renewal, and rebirth of life's oneness leads us to the magic of the winter solstice. The winter holidays endow each of us to be in gratitude. I know each and every one participating and attending this service is blessed. I acknowledge and give thanks to all that has brought us here to this moment. I release these words now unto the universe, knowing that they return to us tenfold. And so it is. And now, Rumi.
As human beings, we are a diverse group of people. We come in many sizes, colors, and shapes. We come from different cultures, speak different languages, and practice different religions. Even the food we eat varies. Yet no matter who we are or where we live, one thing remains constant. We all look forward to the winter holidays. By some, they're called Christmas or Hanukkah. By others, Las Posadas or Tai Chu. Still, others call them winter solstice, Yule, Yalda, and lots of other names that most of us can't pronounce. Each celebration is a little different, but the main ideas are the same. These holidays provide us with a time for reflection, resolution, and renewal. A time for gift giving, goodwill, and kindness. Most important, though, they provide us with rituals to celebrate the balance of light and dark. Rituals for welcoming the healing power of warmth back into our world. And that gives us a common ground that draws us together as people. The winter solstice occurs the moment the amount of daily darkness begins to decrease. For the next 6 months, the amount of daily light will increase until the moment at the opposite side of the circle, when once again the darkness begins overtaking the light. The magic of winter solstice is the rebirth of life at the time of greatest darkness. It reminds us that new life, whether deep in the soil or deep in a womb, begins in the darkness as a secret. The announcement of new life, whether as a sprout or as birth of a young one, is still a ways off. Germination, conception, and the moment of the winter solstice each promise a new life and is therefore sacred. Ancient people called the holiday of the winter solstice Yule, a word that continues today as part of our Christmas tradition. At Yule, our forefathers and mothers celebrated the birth of the sun. Christmas celebrates the birth of the sun. Both holy days bring the promise of renewal and new beginnings. The light born out of the darkness is both the ancient and contemporary message of this holiday. And now, let us move into a guided meditation and journaling for the winter solstice.
So as we move into this guided meditation, I invite you to find a comfortable position to sit. Have a pen and some journaling paper close by. Close your eyes if you wish. Take in a deep breath, in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Do that a couple of times. Let go of all your thoughts and relax your body. Move into that place of relaxation where you are peaceful, relaxed, and your mind is quiet. Just release into this moment. Gently breathe in and see how the air moves down your body into your feet, connecting and grounding you with the beautiful energy of Mother Earth. As you look at your feet, imagine it is early on Yule Eve. It's just starting to get dark. You're bundled up nice and warm against the cold. Now imagine yourself on a mountainside, and there is a stand of evergreen and aspen trees up the hill a ways. A light dusting of snow crunches pleasantly under your feet as you walk toward the trees. It has now become dark, the longest night of the year, and the stars twinkle brightly in the dark sky, a fitting altar for the exquisite moon. Overhead, you may hear the cry of a winter bird as it flies home to its warm nest. and you see the clouds moving across the sky. You notice that the temperature has dropped considerably, and you start to shiver and feel the cold. You see a flickering light in the middle of the stand of trees, so you walk towards it to see what it is. As you walk toward the trees, you see a clearing there with big rocks for sitting on that encircle the clearing. And there is a small fire in a pit in the center of the clearing. You move forward and sit on one of the rocks. This is the perfect time for reflection. So you take out your journal and pen that you have with you, and take a couple of moments to consider these questions and journal on them if you wish.
I will read the questions one at a time, and you will have a minute to ponder the question and journal for each question. Question number 1. How does the invitation to be still and go within during this time of year manifest in my life? Question number 2. What do I keep in the dark from myself? What do I keep in the dark from others? Question number 3. What am I willing to release so that rebirth can happen? Okay, now let's close our eyes and move our attention back to our center. Alice.
After you've spent some time reflecting or journaling on these questions, review your answers. From these answers, consider beliefs, thoughts, or feelings from this past year that you would like to release and let go of. Imagine that you have a small piece of flash paper and write these thoughts and feelings and emotions down that you want to release. Just a key word on this small piece of flash paper. So take a moment for that. What do you want to release and let go of from this past year? And after you've spent some time with your answers, you get up and walk towards the fire. You stand there holding your small piece of flash paper in your hand. And with great, great gratitude, you throw it into the fire. Just drop it in. And as the flash paper sparks, imagine the release of letting go of those beliefs, thoughts, and feelings that no longer serve you. And imagine that the fire in the pit gets a little larger and a little brighter. Not enough to cause a hazard, but enough to brightly light the entire clearing. You warm your hands and body as you stand close to the fire. After you've warmed up, you turn around and go back to your seat. Imagine your shoulders are lighter, that you're no longer carrying that big burden. Your hands and body are warm. Your body is light. You've released your burden into the ethers. So I invite you to bring out your journal and pen again. And as you look up to the sky through the trees, you see that a new day is just starting to dawn. The sky is starting to lighten. And close your eyes and consider, how can I be like the light? The light nourishes all things without trying. Don't look for the light to find you. Think about being the light. Look deep within yourself and see that divine presence that is shining at your center and radiates out. Let your eyes open softly to witness the light from within the darkness. This light burns in you and through you. There is a place for you to shine your light this coming year. In this moment, let that place come to you. It could be a project. It could be a healing. It could be your deliberate intention to come from your I am, not what others think you should be. It can be whatever your soul is calling out for. And now Tim has some questions for you.
Consider these questions as you think about the light that is you. Reflect and again journal. Again, you'll have 1 minute for reflection and brief journaling between each question. Where do I find the balance between the creativity of dark in the manifestation of light. Question number 2. What does the light say to me? And the last question. What is important to me? Am I honoring that? Now I invite you to lay down your pens as we return to Alice.
So I invite you to put down your journal and pen away for now, but encourage you during your daily spiritual practices to go back to these questions and spend some more time with them in reflection and considering these questions and your answers. So for the last part of our journey, I invite you to close your eyes and return to your center. The sun is rising. It's time for you to get up and head back down the mountain. As you walk out of the stand of trees, there is a glorious ball of light, the sun, coming up on the horizon. You are awestruck by its beauty and power. The winter sky is an azure blue, and the lean dusting of snow glistens under it like millions of tiny diamonds. Overhead, you hear the call of another bird. As you look up, you can almost swear you see a plump red-breasted robin swooping down toward you from the sky. With laughter and joy, you throw your arms out as if to embrace the sun in your life. Realize that the light is always, always within you. It's now time to come back to the room. I invite you to wiggle your toes and fingers, shrug your shoulders, and move your head around. And when you're ready, open your eyes and be with us now. And as I mentioned before, I invite you to spend some time reflecting on your answers from both the dark and the light. This is the perfect time of year for this. And if you wish to join us at our virtual fellowship after service today for some discussion, please do so. And as a reminder, you can go back to YouTube or Facebook to experience this meditation and still be able to receive the questions and answers. So you can find us on www.cslddenver.org. And now we move to Reverend Elzia for our benediction.
And so as we just take that meditation in and allow it to refresh our souls and allow the light of the divine to meet us right where we are and to elevate us to a level of pure spirit, as we recognize this solstice program and the returning of the light, which is the spirit of the divine. And so as we just settle in and allow the presence of God to be right here where we are, and as we allow the sun within ourselves, the very soul of who we are, continue to rise and become bigger and bigger and grander, we know that this presence is God in our lives. And just as this day represents the shortest day, and from here the sun continues to get brighter and the days continue to get longer, in that same fashion, we are aware of God in our lives, uplifting everything that we do, and so that the omnipresence of the divine surrounds us and supports us and uplifts us and increases in all that we do, just as the light begins to increase today. And so I know right here, right now, that for myself and for everyone on this prayer call, that we are excited to move forward in the light, that we are excited to let go of all the things that have prevented us from being fully aware and fully present. And now we stand boldly in the light, knowing that by our sides, God is right there with us. And so with that understanding of who and what we are and where we are in relationship to the divine, I declare right here that this day we are renewed, we are refreshed, we are open to a new way of being, that we let go anything that has hindered us or blocked our light in the path, and now we step boldly into the light. And so I know this is true for each and every one of us. And so I give thanks for that moment right here, right now, knowing that God is always present and guiding us in our lives. And so I give thanks, I release, I let go, and I know that it is so. And so it is. Amen, amen, and amen. And so we want to thank you for joining us today. And as we move into our offertory, I am so grateful and blessed for everyone that is supporting CSL Denver this day and every day throughout the year with your time, talent, or treasure. Whether it's your first time joining us or you're a returning community member, we want to thank you for your continued financial support. And as you see running across the bottom of the screen, there's a ticker giving all the different ways you can give and support CSL Denver by either going to our website or texting or sending a check or email, or a money order to the P.O. Box. But however you do support us, we thank you. And so as we take that gift offertory and put it to our heart, we repeat our affirmation. This perfect gift is spirit informed circulating in blessing all that it touches. Freely I give, and joyously I receive, and so it is. Amen. And so we want to thank you for joining us today on this special salsa service. Please join us after service in our normal Zoom fellowship, where we will continue to look at these questions and explore them and work with them into the new year as we continue to move into the light. And so if you do not have the Zoom link, please send an email to info@cslddenver.org and we will get you the link. So it is a great time for us this year. We welcome you and we thank you for being with us. And so we here at CSL Denver want to wish you a happy holiday and a joyous and prosperous new year.
Happy
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Love you. Merry Christmas.
Peace.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.